It's crazy to think that the League One campaign for Wolves was just over 4 years ago. The 13-14 season was Wolves' 115th season of competitive league football, and it was one to very much remember. Kenny Jackett came in and helped rebuild the whole club, but even since the Fosun takeover, there have been plenty of ins and outs. So let's take a look at the players from the 13-14 League One title winning season and where they are now. Starting off with the goalkeepers, Kyle Akimi was just one of 2 goalkeepers that featured for Wolves that season. It was really only Akimi's second full season as Wolves' number 1, despite being at the club as a pro since 2003. Kyle Akimi kept 22 clean sheets across the season and was named in the PFA League One team of the season along with 4 other Wolves players. He excelled in a number of games, including the 3-0 win over Colchester where he saved a Freddie Sears penalty. Akimi is still at Wolves but didn't feature last season after being diagnosed with acute leukemia. On the 23rd of June 2018, Akimi publicly said he was in complete remission, and after a tough year and intense chemotherapy, let's hope we see him in between the sticks at the Molineux again soon. The other keeper to feature for Wolves was Irish goalkeeper Aaron McCary. McCary joined Wolves in 2010 from Monaghan United, but his only 5 first-team appearances came in the League One season. His league debut was a 1-0 away defeat to Gillingham after Wayne Hennessy had refused to play. Since that season, McCary was suspended by Wolves in May 2015 after failing a drugs test, and he was eventually released by Wolves at the end of the 15-16 season. He now plays for Scottish Championship club Ross County, who were relegated from the SPL last season. Matt Doherty appeared in the league 18 times for Wolves and scored 1 goal, which was a late winner versus Bristol City. That League One campaign was a good platform for Doherty, who has had 3 seasons as a regular fullback for Wolves since then, including being a fantastic right wing back for Wolves in their 2017-18 Championship title winning campaign. There's no doubt that he should be a solid member of the Wolves squad for next season in the 18-19 Premier League campaign. George Elokobi only managed 6 appearances for Wolves in the League One campaign, with just 1 of them being a start. He took up a 1-year contract extension before the season kicked off, with Kenny Jackett telling Elokobi he would give him a fresh start. However, after another frustrating season, Elokobi ended up leaving the club as a free agent, where he moved on to League One side Oldham. Elokobi now plays for Leyton Orient in the National League, last season playing 21 games and scoring 2 goals. Richard Stearman played 40 times for Wolves in the 2013-14 campaign, scoring 2 goals. Steers was actually loaned out the previous season to Mick McCarthy's Ipswich side, but Kenny Jackett was happy to welcome Stearman back into the Wolves first team. He moved on to Fulham in the 15-16 season despite being one of Wolves' best players the previous year. He did come back for a loan stint in the 2016-17 season, which included an almost iconic FA Cup goal versus Liverpool, but Stearman now plays for Sheffield United, playing just 3 games for them last season. Danny Batth played 46 games for Wolves in the League One campaign, more than any other player. He is still at Wolves now, having another 3 full seasons, where he remained a regular. However, the 2017-18 season has seen him appear just 9 times in the league. Bart was another member who made the League One PFA Team of the Year after a very solid season alongside Richard Stearman. Sam Ricketts joined Wolves as a free agent in 2013 and was immediately made captain of the club by manager Kenny Jackett. He added real experience as was the regular right back for Wolves, featuring 44 times in the league campaign and grabbing his place in the PFA Team of the Year. He grabbed 2 goals for Wolves, including a fantastic finish in the thrilling 6-4 victory over Rotherham. The season after, he joined Swindon on loan and then left Wolves to join Coventry in the 15-16 season. He was then forced to retire in November 2016 and went on to join the youth coaching setup at Wolves. However, he is now the manager of national side Wrexham, joining them on the 2nd of May 2018. Ethan Ebanks-Landell appeared 7 times for Wolves in the League One campaign, which included 2 goals. The first being the only goal in a win versus Notts County, and the second being a fantastic strike versus then promotion rivals Leyton Orient. Ebanks-Landell is still a Wolves player, despite him not featuring in the first team for the last 2 seasons. He grabbed 5 goals in 34 for Sheffield United in the 16-17 season and played 29 times for MK Dons last season, who were relegated to League 2. Scott Golbourne was the club's main left-back for the League One campaign, joining the club on the 30th of August 2013 from Barnsley. He scored his only Wolves goal against Swindon in just his 2nd appearance. He was almost ever present for Wolves in the title-winning campaign. After struggling with injuries in the following season, Golbourne was sold to his first ever club, Bristol City. In the 17-18 season, he was sent on loan to MK Dons, but Golbourne since has been released from Bristol City and is currently a free agent. Dave Edwards started 22 games and came off the bench 8 times for Wolves and also grabbed an impressive 9 goals in the 13-14 campaign. Edwards represented Wolves for a further 3 full seasons before he left to join fellow Championship side Reading after having 10 seasons at the Molineux. James Henry joined Wolves on loan in October 2013 before Wolves made the move permanent at the end of December. The White Pele, as he was dubbed by the Wolves fans, scored 10 goals in 31 games in the League One campaign, mainly playing on the right hand side. He moved to Bolton on loan from Wolves before being released, where he now plays for League One side Oxford United, where he grabbed 10 goals in the league last season and finished joint top goal scorer. The League One season saw Smethwick-born David Davies play 18 times for Wolves. He struggled to get back in the first team from November though, and ended up being sold to West Midland neighbours Birmingham in the following season. He still plays at St Andrews for Birmingham, and he featured 38 times for them last season. Wolves fans were extremely happy when Bakary Sacco stayed for the 13-14 season, as Forest and Fulham were in for the winger. Sacco bagged 12 goals in 40 games and finished joint top goal scorer in another successful campaign. He grabbed a place in the League One Team of the Year and also got into the Championship Team of the Year the following season for Wolves. Sacco was then released from Wolves after the club didn't get promotion in the 14-15 season and went to join Premier League side Crystal Palace. It's unclear where Sacco will be playing in the 18-19 season though, as he's out of contract to Palace and he's even been tipped for a return to the Molineux. Kevin McDonald had a fantastic debut season for Wolves, featuring in 42 matches, scoring 5 goals and grabbing Players Player and Fans Player of the season. He joined Wolves for a fee of around $750k from Sheffield United and was named in the PFA League One Team of the season. McDonald left Wolves at the start of the 16-17 season to join fellow Championship side Fulham, who will be in the Premier League alongside Wolves next season after winning the playoff final against Aston Villa. Kenny Jackett identified Welsh youngster Lee Evans as a player to become part of his first team plans at Wolves. He featured 26 times for Wolves in the League One season, bagging 2 goals. Evans had a few loan stints out at League One teams as he never really cemented a place in the first team before he moved on to Sheffield United in January of 2018. Jack Price was another youngster promoted into first team by then manager Kenny Jackett. He featured 26 times in League One for Wolves, featuring regularly in the middle of the midfield alongside Kevin McDonald. He stayed at Wolves for another 4 seasons before moving on to Colorado Rapids in the MLS in January 2018. Zeli Ismail joined the Wolves Academy from the age of 10 and was once dubbed a £100 million player. He had to wait till the League One campaign to get his only competitive league football for Wolves. Ismail featured 9 times with his first appearance being in the 4-0 win over Gillingham. He struggled to nail down a regular place and was loaned out to then League 2 side Burton in January 2014. At the end of the 15-16 season, Ismail was released where he joined Bury. He's most recently played for Walsall on loan in League 1. Michael Jacobs was one of the stars of the League One title win, initially coming in on loan from Derby County. Jacobs then signed a permanent deal at the start of January 2014. He grabbed 8 goals from midfield, including the Wolves' goal of the season versus Brentford. In July of 2015, Jacobs then moved on to League One side Wigan, which received mixed opinions from Wolves fans. Lee Griffiths joined Wolves in 2011, but Wolves fans had to wait until 2013 to see the Scotsman play. By January of the 13-14 season, Griffiths had already bagged 13 goals, which attracted bids from Scottish champion Celtic. Initial offers were rejected, but Celtic eventually got their man on the 31st of January, reported to be around £1 million. Griffiths still plays in the SPL for Celtic, scoring over 70 goals since signing. He also bagged 4 goals for his national side Scotland in the FIFA World Cup qualification, including 2 goals against England. Leon Clark made his first Wolves appearance in 2003. Skip forward another 10 years or so and Clark rejoined Wanderers from Coventry for around $750k. Plenty of Wolves fans were dubious about the signing and Clark grabbed just 1 goal in a 4-1 win over Swindon. He scored 2 goals in the following season for Wolves before going out on loan to Wigan. Clark was then sold on to Bury where he bagged 15 goals in League One and more recently has scored a very impressive 18 goals for Sheffield United in the Championship 2017-18 season. Bjorn Sigurdarsson joined Wolves in June 2012 but struggled to hold down a regular place in the 13-14 season under his third manager in Kenny Jackett. He scored 2 goals in 18 in League One before being loaned out to Molde for the remainder of their 2014 where he won the League and Cup double. In January of 2018, Sigurdarsson joined Russian Premier League side Rostov and was in the Iceland's 23-man squad for the 2018 World Cup. During the start of the 2013-14 season, Kenny Jackett showed a lot of faith in Welsh forward Jake Cassidy. He appeared 14 times for Wolves, scoring no goals. He joined Tranmere in January 2014 for the remainder of the season and left Wolves in 2015 to join Oldham. Cassidy now plays for Hartlepool in the National League. Cannock-born Liam McAlinden made 7 appearances for Wolves in the title-winning season, and his only goal came in the amazing 1-0 victory at MK Dons in March 2014. Over 8,000 Wolves fans witnessed McAlinden's only Wolves goal, which helped the team push towards the title. After he was released at the end of the 15-16 season, McAlinden went on to join League 2 club Exeter, who have just released him at the end of the 17-18 season. Kevin Doyle played 23 times for Wolves in the 13-14 season and bagged 3 goals. It was his 5th season at the club and he was loaned out to QPR in January of 2014. In 2015, Doyle moved on to the MLS to Colorado Rapids, where he spent 3 years in America. However, in September 2017, Doyle was forced into immediate retirement from football due to ongoing concussion issues. Nuwa Dicko moved to Wolves on a permanent deal in January 2014 for around $300k, after actually playing for Wolves on loan during Wolves relegation the season before. Dicko fired in an impressive 13 goals in 19 league games, including a hat-trick against Rotherham in the 6-4 win at Molineux. In August 2017, Dicko moved on to fellow Championship side Hull City, who his final Wolves goal was actually against just a week or so before. He fired 4 goals in 29 games for Hull City in his debut season in the 17-18 campaign. And there we have it. There is our where are they now for the League One side of 2013-14. If you did enjoy it today, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If there's any other historic teams that you want us to take a look at, let us know in the comment section down below. You can check out a video about the championship winning team back in 2008-2009. That was on my channel over a year ago. You can check that out. I'll put a link to that in the description and it should be on the screen now for you. Until next time, guys, hopefully we'll see you all again soon.